Okay, you guys, the reality is we are just so exhausted. So, I have a thought.
Okay.
You remember how we had all those Q&A questions? Hey you guys, we are working. I have to make an announcement.
Okay.
I think after 7 years, I can't say good morning anymore.
You can't? Okay. I can't.
But
not.
you can. You can
Okay.
continue. I just can't do it anymore.
Okay.
All right. So we are air sealing some meat. I've been in the mood for beef stew. And we got a good deal on this piece. We split it into two. And then he found that one. So we're going to use that one today.
Just a chuck roast.
And then we're going to freeze these two and use them later in the winter. This is so magical. Amazing! Today we had a few errands to run this morning and it just felt like go, 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 go. So we did it. It is so nice outside now. It's crazy. Like in the mornings it's 50 or 55 degrees. So when you get dressed, you have like sweatshirt, pants, sneakers, all of it. And then by the afternoon, I'm like, I need to get my shorts back out. So that's a real joy of living in North Carolina. You get a surprise summer weather when you didn't expect it. Hi, bud. Hi, other bud. All right. I have found that having the meat vacuum sealed helps so much. It's just, I think when it's in a Ziploc, you kind of lose track of what it is because you can't really see it and you don't know if it's still good, if it kept it airtight enough. So vacuum sealing it, Peter got that for Christmas.
Oh, for Christmas, yeah.
And we really enjoyed it. And yeah, so are we, I guess, making beef stew right now?
I don't know. We have to get to a neighborhood thing.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, so we'll see you later. I forgot. Okay, you guys, the reality is we are just so exhausted. So, I have a thought.
Okay.
You remember how we had all those Q&A questions the other day from
Yeah. You want me to pull them
the
up?
Instagram?
Okay.
I did an Instagram live a week or two ago. And I was like, Peter, you can screenshot the questions as the comments come in because I can't read them fast enough. Okay. Or like my brain stops working while I'm reading it. And so I'm like on live like this, reading a question. So he screenshotted, and is that the proper term? Screenshotted? Screenshot?
Screenshot or screenshotted? That is...
He took screenshots.
That is the first question. How do you say that? Okay.
Let's see.
I am not.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. I feel like this should be right here. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Do you have a port? You answer first, for you.
I do not have a port. And I assume that whoever this is, Ashley, is referring to a port-a-calf and not like the side of a boat. Or a place where you dock a boat.
We don't have that either.
Yes.
I do have a port. I had a port placed when I was around 15, and that lasted about 10 years.
Can I tell a story about that?
And then I got another one. Yes.
Okay, the first port, you were 15.
Okay.
I don't think we were dating yet.
Okay.
But we liked each other.
Yeah.
And I was at pole vault camp in Colorado when Mary got her port, I think. Am I right about the timing of this? I'm thinking...
Oh wait, I thought I was at Young Life camp when you were in Colorado. But what were you thinking?
No. I think you were at Young Life camp when I was on vacation. I think I was in Colorado when you got your port, and I think you like called me afterward.
Really?
I think. I don't know. Or at least
On
like,
your little white Nokia phone?
yes. Anyways, that's my
cute.
story.
Was I still loopy?
No, I don't think you were still
Okay.
at the hospital.
So
That was your 2 ports.
my 2 ports. And I still have one. I use it for IVIG most frequently. And if I ever need fluids or when I have sinus surgery, I usually am given a platelet transfusion. So
But
I use it for whatever. IV
largely,
antibiotics.
it was put in for our IV antibiotics, which you haven't been on since 2019.
July was 2 years.
Crazy.
Yes.
What is your favorite plant? That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Let's start
Do you
with,
know yours?
Let's start with your plants
On
here, like your little mini plants that you have here in the plant room.
Okay. How many people yawned with me just then? Okay, let me see. Okay, if I could only keep one of my mini plants from this wall, I would be... Oh, it's so interesting. Like, part of me says this cactus, but like, it is getting kind of crusty, the bottom part. I do love these guys. It's getting a little dry, but like, this was from one of my, like, I grew this from just a petal. So I didn't grow it, but it grew. I like that one. Maybe I'd keep that one. I don't know. I have memories tied in with so many of these. Like, this is one of my first cacti. Oh, look, it's blooming. That's fun. These are all going to be flowers, I believe, unless I'm wrong. Looks like it just had 2 flowers. Okay, anyway. I don't know which little one I'd keep, but which one would you?
I don't really have a close relationship with Mary's little plants. They're kind of her realm. I think my favorite plant, I think maybe one of the, not the biggest cactus.
Right.
But maybe the one that is growing an extra arm.
Yep.
Or 2
The
extra
one
arms.
that bloomed.
The one that bloomed.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, the blooms take it over the top.
Yeah.
Those blooms were incredible. If you missed that, I don't know what vlog it was.
It was
but
around my birthday.
yes, because it
Wasn't
bloomed.
it?
It bloomed on your birthday.
Yeah.
Have you gotten a lung transplant yet?
Nope.
Which is amazing. And along
Miraculous.
with that, another question was, how is Trikafta?
Life-changing. It completely changed our lives, and it completely changed the trajectory of my health. We thought we were moving here for getting ready for double lung and liver transplant, but instead, we moved here to live our life and to live and thrive and eventually, hopefully, adopt a little one who will join our family.
Speaking of adoption, do you have any names for the baby?
Yes.
I know that we're not going to share those names, but somebody asked, so we do have names that are in our minds of possibilities.
Yep.
And we shall see. Along with that, another adoption question was, are we only adopting an infant?
Didn't we answer that one last time?
I don't think we did.
Oh, we didn't?
Or we've talked
Our
about...
home study is approved up to age 10.
And yet we are in the adoption process of, there's different kind of modes of adoption, and we are doing domestic infant adoption, which typically is going to be an expectant mom choosing us before the baby is born or shortly after.
Yeah.
But we, if a situation came along of a somewhat older baby, that is also something that we would consider. So
Yeah, but most likely it will be an infant.
do you miss the winters up north?
Nope.
I will say I would love one blizzard and then North Carolina
Blizzard.
weather. You know, like...
Yeah, last year we got like 4 snowflakes. Like one day it was snowing for like 30 minutes. And it's fine. We've only lived here for 2 years. So we don't miss snow that much. But like if it was only 30 minutes of snow for many years in a row, it would be a little sad. Because the year before that, it snowed, beautiful snow outside. The birds were going crazy at our bird feeder. It was super magical. And that was just perfect because it like melts the next day.
Hey, Ollie, come here, bud. Yes.
So anyway.
Snow is nice, but North Carolina is nicer. I think that's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Favorite TV shows or movies?
Gilmore Girls.
How many times have you watched Gilmore Girls?
All the way through, I don't know. Maybe only once in the later seasons, but the early seasons 1 and 2, I've watched many times.
Nice. It's a we will put on Gilmore Girls when our brains need to veg out.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? Shows or movies?
Movie? Okay. Favorite movie? One of them?
Oh, yeah.
Cool Runnings.
Oh, yeah.
Jamaican bobsled team. If you haven't seen that, it's a classic.
Hi, Harry.
I think we've talked about this, I don't know, in different realms of whether it's Q&As or in the course of vlogs over the years, but we used to have the movie Get Smart on our iPad, like downloaded, and we watched it so many times. I feel like it's kind of a staple just because we've watched it so many times.
Yeah, we love that one.
Favorite Christmas movie? Ready, set, go.
It depends on the mood.
Yeah. I think I would go with one of the Home Alones.
That's really good.
1 or 2. Home Alone 1 or 2.
I guess I would have to go with 1.
Yeah, Home Alone.
If only
Home Alone.
Yeah.
I think that's just a classic Christmas vibes.
And of course, for me, part of why I love like Home Alone and Santa Claus and that sort of thing is the like epic 90s-ness. Like the plush green carpet and like silky bedspread and bright red curtains. I love all the like blatantly 90s amazingness.
What is your favorite worship song?
Right now, I'm So Blessed. Loving that. That's more of like an anthem.
Yeah.
It's like, that's really good. Some of the words are, and on my best days, I'm a child of God, and on my worst days, I'm a child of God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It's good. I for some reason, one that I know we've talked about before, but it's one that I've referenced to a lot of friends recently, is the song Set My Heart by Vertical Worship that we referenced when it's a long video called First Conversation About Lung Transplant, and this was years ago, 2017. And I think we played, I think the makers of Set My Heart probably get the...
Oh wait, oh no.
Harry's eating his dinner.
Okay.
I think the makers of that song get the money from that video because we played some of that song in that video. But the line in there that I think is just something that I want to be true in my life, and it's good. It says, "Let your word be louder than my fears."
Amen.
And because we all have like fears, worries, anxieties that swirl around in our heart, in our mind, and just like that prayer of God, let your word be louder than my fears.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Well, Ollie's demanding it is time for his dinner, so as always,
we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, you guys.
Good night.
All right, Ollie boy, you want dinner or you want a special treat? All right, let's get it. Can you say good night, everybody?